All right, we are almost at time here. I just want to end basically with your Estill inspiration. I mean, I know your big Estill aha moment essentially. And again, for me, I think it was actually in my mom, Kim Steinhauer's um, course. Uh, it was from the University of Pittsburgh when there was a woman who used essentially narrow AES to and found sort of a more brighter sound, and she could be understood and heard. And that's when I said, okay, this can help anybody, right? um your Estill inspiration, whatever it may be. We'll start with Joanna.
Well, mine was more personal than clinical.
Cool.
Yeah, it was, although I do know the video, I know the video of the person you're talking about probably,
Yeah.
and that was in seeing that in the first Estill course I took, it was all that first week long Estill level 1, level 2 that I took with Kim in LA that I'm still paying for it. No, I'm just kidding. The course wasn't expensive. The trip was expensive, but
Yeah,
was
thank you.
that I have been taught my whole life that belting was dangerous and I shouldn't do it. And I'd had such fear about it. And she taught me the 3 rhythmic out breaths, get rid of all your air, do it. Cricoid tilt, belt. And I belted. And it was, I mean, it still brings tears to my eyes. It was so moving for me. It was so game changing. It was just letting go of fear is always like that, right? But
Yeah.
it just made me, because, and then kind of turning it around, putting myself in Kim's position. What must that feel like to do that for someone? And I
Yeah.
think that's why I was, I had the choice between these 2 roads of continuing to try to teach voice and be a performer and go to change my whole life and go to grad school and start from scratch. And that's what made me go to grad school. It was that moment.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, Cari, you better beat that or
I don't know if I can. You know, I was trained classically, whatever that really means right now. But and I wanted to sing the Indigo Girls. I wanted to sing like rock and pop, and I like couldn't do it. And I was a student at Penn State, and I was in so many choirs, and I was in a gospel choir. And I remember this guy standing next to me, and I was singing. He's like, "Where did that voice come from?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" I had no idea I could even do what I was doing because I couldn't hear myself. So I was just like going with everybody. And when I met Kim, that's my thing. I said to her, I'm like, I want to sing, like, I want to know how to do that. And I don't know how to do that. And that then, because I really came to Kim for singing help. And then when I was in my grad school and then working with my voice clients for the first time, I could mimic things really, really well. Like I could go or my oh my, and do all that, and I could get my clients better. But just like what Joanna's saying, it was like, why are they getting better? Like, what does this mean? So my aha was like when I actually connected those two, like I connected Estill to all these like implicit facilitator models that I was able to do to help clients and then to understand why it was working. And then I was just like, oh, that's it. And now it just feels like, duh, like, why didn't you
right.
get to that before? But it was like, wow, like that's what I did when I was singing. And that's what I did. And now when I teach these young kids how to do it and they learn from the beginning how, and they're just like, what do you mean it's something else? Like, what do you mean they talk about something else? And I'm like, they have their aha moment. I don't even know. Do they have an aha? Like, they just know it. And
Right.
Yeah.
it's just the coolest thing.